Hey everyone, what's going on? Hope you had a great Monday. It was a marvelous Monday, but the weather's going to turn a little crazy for tomorrow in terms of the wind and also the rain. We've got rain coming for the first half of your Valentine's Day, a lot of wind coming for the first and second half of your Valentine's Day. So I want to provide a quick update for you because I don't want you to be, not in the know tomorrow with the winds that are cranking up. If you haven't heard, I would batten down the hatches. I would definitely secure the patio furniture, umbrellas that you might have on the back porch. I'd definitely fold them up, put them away, get your grills secure. Trampolines, stake those down. They could be blown away, and that could be a costly investment as the winds are really going to crank up tomorrow. So let's give you what's happening with the details. And we've got First of all, we got a wind advisory that's in effect for the entire area. And you can see the size of this wind advisory. It's huge. This is a big system that's churning and cranking up to our southwest right now. And I'll show you the future track here on the rain and what you can expect. But let's just say this wind is going to get a little out of hand during the day tomorrow, especially the second half of your day. So if we look at what's happening with this wind advisory, look at off to the west, you got high wind warnings in the Texas Panhandle, and then you've got even a winter storm watch in effect as it's going to snow in the Kansas City area. As a matter of fact, there doesn't show it on there now, but probably on Thursday, a little bit of snow coming towards Kansas City. So here's what you can expect. Wind advisory starts at 6 a.m. and goes until midnight Wednesday. So basically, the turn of the new day tomorrow into Wednesday early morning. So this is what we're looking at. Big, strong storm system pushing in. You can see the upper level flow. You can see the southwesterly flow. You can also see the rain that's already starting to pop up in the Texas Panhandle. This is the beginning stages of this big system. You can see the Valentine's Day system kind of churning. You look at the water vapor. This is a very tight, compact, low pressure system that's spinning about. And also you can see the orange colored air. This is that dry slot. You know that. This is going to cut off the precipitation during the second half of the day. This low pressure system will actually track to our northwest, but it'll be close enough that it'll bring some rain and thunderstorms. So, Jennifer, you're asking about tornadoes, and there's no tornadoes tomorrow, but we will show you on Wednesday, and it's all about the amount of instability that returns. There could be some tornado potential in southern Arkansas, perhaps in the southern river valley. And I know, Jennifer, you're in the Salisaw area, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll show you that here in just a bit. But there's the surface map. Here's this occluded front that develops. Notice the rain on the leading edge of this system. And so it took a while, by the way, to make this surface map. Sometimes these surface maps are a little bit tricky, and this one was definitely one of them. So as this front moves in during the middle of the day, first of all, you're going to see that there is a kind of a lull in the wind. That's because when the front right on top of us, we're going to have a collision of the air masses. And so it's kind of like right in that convergence area. So late morning into the early afternoon, the wind will subside somewhat. But then what happens is the sky clears during the second half of your Valentine's Day. The wind will really be cranking up. Look at that pressure gradient. So what you're looking at here is this low pressure system with those lines on the screen. Those are called isobars. The tightly compact those isobars are, the stronger the winds, and that's pretty strong. The low pressure system's under a 990, I think. And then it rips off to the northeast, winds continuing throughout Tuesday evening. By Tuesday night, the winds subside. Now, Jennifer's asking about tornado potential on Wednesday. This is what we have to watch as this low pressure system churns to our southwest, because it's all about that moisture and instability return. And I'll show you that here coming up in just a little bit. But there's a look at the future track with the rain tomorrow. So the rain is going to be widespread during the first half of your day, and your morning commute will be a little soggy. These are going to be some gusty showers that develop. So we're talking about some wind gusts in excess of 40 miles an hour. As you can see, the south wind sustained about 25. And then there's the lull in the wind gusts. So we'll still be breezy, but it won't be as windy. But watch what happens when this clears out. We're talking winds sustained at 30 miles an hour. That's a sustained wind. That's not the gusts. The gusts are going to be even stronger than that. A little bit of cloud cover clips into northern Benton County. That system zips off to the northeast. That's what I mean by the center of the low missing us to the northwest. And then Wednesday, everything's looking good in the morning. Maybe that northeasterly wind will sweep the moisture to the south. If it does, then the storms on Wednesday won't be quite as severe. But I do think there's going to be some severe potential. This is going to be mainly elevated activity as of now. We have to watch and see if that instability does make it return back into the area. It's going to be a quick race for that instability to come back. But you're noticing some shower and thunderstorm activity for the first part of your Tuesday. So Tuesday morning, there's going to be a lot of wind shear in place. And if the instability comes back, those storms could, in fact, be severe. Here's a look at the timing of this rain. Again, 100% during the morning hours, clearing out during the second half of your Tuesday. Wednesday, the first half of Wednesday is looking good. So system number one is bringing the strong gusty winds and the rain in the morning. System number two will bring that severe weather potential as that dives in. There's a look at the severe weather risk. Now, keep in mind, this is the day 3 convective outlook, so there could be the potential that this gets nudged a little bit farther north. It's all about how fast this moisture will return. So there's a look at the level 1 and level 2 for northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. The farther south you go, the greater the potential for severe weather. So some severe storms possible Wednesday night. There could be a severe storm or two that would be elevated, mainly hail. That will be the potential for that. But you're going to notice here, watch this fuel race back to the north. Pretty dramatic, too, how it does. So, first of all, there's the instability along the Gulf. Now, watch what happens as this just rips north in a matter of hours and makes its way into northwest Arkansas, or at least tries to. So there it is coming back and surging back in. It does not last long. And I think as of now, because of the system that we see tomorrow, that clears out the moisture and the instability. And therefore, I don't think we see as much severe weather potential for Wednesday night into Thursday morning. However, Scott County, Logan County is going to be very close to that edge. And so we'll have to continue to refine that. We know tomorrow will be windy. We're not exactly sure on the severe weather risk. Stay tuned because this system means business. There you see it ripping off to the northeast on Thursday morning, which, by the way, man, is it going to be cold on Thursday. So there's a look at all the snow that develops, and you can see that snow clipping Kansas City, too. So thankfully they're not having the parade for the Chiefs on Thursday, because Thursday I think there's going to be snow, and Wednesday will be a much better day. There's a look at that system moving through, and then it's out of here. So tonight, overcast with rain. The rain really develops right before sunrise, picks up during the second half of the day. We're talking some really gusty winds, 20 to 30 miles an hour, like gusts to 45. Quick check of your 7-day forecast, and you'll see those storm chances cranking up Wednesday night into Thursday. Most likely elevated storms, which means hail will be the greatest potential for northwest Arkansas. Winds are going to be strong the next 3 days, and Saturday and Sunday we're in the mid to upper 50s. River Valley forecast showing something that not to love on Valentine's Day, especially if you're eating outdoors. That's not a good idea. Kind of miserable day, at least for that, for outdoor lunch or brunch. Notice the severe storm potential Wednesday night and Thursday. Some severe in the River Valley, and then much cooler, if not cold, with wind chills dropping down, to say the least. It's going to be a little bit on the frigid side. In fact, let's see if I can show you. I was going to show you the wind chill here. Let's see if I can get it on here loaded. So I don't have this readily accessible, but let's see if I can show you what we're looking at for winds. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Let's see here. There's ICAST temp. There's that. Oh, here you go. Wind chill. So watch what happens after this beautiful weather on Wednesday. So here you go. All right, there we go. So nice mid to upper 50s to lower 60s. Let the data load. And then look at how the temperature is going to drop. Here's that front coming in. That's the severe weather potential. And look at how chilly it is on Thursday. Wind chills will be in the lower to middle 20s at best, and then mid 20s during the afternoon. So that's going to be cold. And then we get down into the teens easily, and wind chills are going to continue to drop down, possibly all the way down to 10 to start off Friday morning. Blah. Not the best weather for sure. All right. So we got some questions here. Would a high wind warning be a possibility, or will the winds be a hair below the criteria? So I do believe they're going to be a hair below that high wind warning. High wind warning, there's different criteria for each. Let me tell you what the criteria was out west for that. Now keep in mind, a high wind warning, I know, exactly. High wind warning for the Texas and Oklahoma panhandle. They are windy pretty much every day. So I'll show you what this says. So high wind warning, we're talking winds. High winds may loosen debris, damage property, cause power outages, gusts to 60 miles an hour. I think we're going to be under the 60-mile-an-hour limit, but we're talking wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour for tomorrow afternoon and into the early evening especially. So I know Steven says barf, barf, barf on that wind chill. All right, guys, pretty quiet on the comments. I'll let you kind of zip through that just like the wind, because I'm going to be gone with the wind here in just a second. I'm so stuffed up too. I've got a little bit of a cold. Colds are never fun, especially when you talk for a living and you're stuffed up and you're trying to breathe, and it's just kind of a little bit of a mess. So that tornado potential, if it comes back, would be Wednesday late night, and it's going to be close, but we're going to have to watch that, especially for the River Valley. Now, Louisiana, all that, it's going to be some issues. So the blue box, that's a good question. I'm imagining that's going to be an aviation warning. Let's see here. Yep, aviation weather warning. So what does that mean? That means don't be flying. I can see it. It overlaps it. So the aviation weather warning, airport weather warning for DFW through 7 a.m. That wind gusts over 35 knots. So that might cause some delays in flights. This keeps going. Spring will be pretty active. Boy, you ain't kidding, Larry. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Look at these systems, though. These systems are just massive coming in. And so here's 1 and 2. I mean, look at that. You don't normally get two systems right next to each other that are that massive. And so let this stuff load here. So there you go. Here it is. So there's system number 1. See how that sucker zips in there? Whoa, that really zipped in there. Look at that. Real intense system. So after that moves out, and when that swings through right there, that's when the winds are going to go nuts. Right there. Those winds are going to go crazy. Then you're going to see that there's the next system that's diving in. But you know what? It is actually a blessing that this first system comes through tomorrow. As crazy as the winds will be, if we didn't have that second system, this could be tremendous amounts of severe weather with this next system, just because of the instability. But the instability is getting kind of scoured out. So are you talking about in Louisiana? So Louisiana is going to see severe weather potential. And I think that's definitely going to be southern Louisiana. So right here, see this little wave of energy? That little short wave is going to spark off some thunderstorms right there. You can kind of see them ripping in. And then more energy develops. So this is the length of that model that goes out. So yeah. And if we go back to that severe weather risk, Deanna, you'll see that they are included in the severe weather risk. Now, it's still a little uncertain how far that instability will make it back. But if we look at the probabilities on all this, you won't see anything real special at this point. So low and medium. But keep in mind, this is the day 3 and a lot can change. So there's the precipitation already starting to pop up on Mega Doppler. So Well, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Put some rocks in your pockets, extra can of hairspray. Ladies, ponytail. That's definitely what you need. Um, don't wear a dress tomorrow. A skirt, not a good idea. The winds are going to be crazy strong. So it looks like the old setups we had 10 years ago in Oklahoma was getting hit with tornadoes all the time. We'll have to see how this spring is going to be. But judging on no rest for the weary, lots of active weather, storm systems, it'd be nice if it calmed down and quieted down. So, but it doesn't look like it will anytime soon, because after that system, we have another system that comes through towards the end of next week. So it seems like every 3 or 4 days, we got a big system moving in. And as far as cold is concerned, not really sold on it getting cold yet. I think there could be a chance late February, but that's kind of that's kind of just throwing it out there. Definitely a skirt alert for sure. So there's a look at the system coming in for tomorrow. Zips out. Next system's diving in. That moves out. Then we have a quiet period. Friday, Saturday, Sunday looks good. Monday comes more rain. And then you can see that next system digging in and comes in middle of the week. Boy, that's a lot of active weather. That is southwesterly persistent flow. And if the cold air arrives, and we could see winter weather potential towards the end of February, who knows? We'll see. It's a long ways out. Let's just try to get through tomorrow, though. So hold on. It's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride, especially if you're flying. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. We'll see you later. God bless and have a great night.